No, ex-military. Works for an NGO now. Exactly. He's on the ground now, actually. And do you know where he was going that day?
To the church.
He was going to church?
No, don't get me wrong. I mean, that place had been abandoned for almost a year. But he was looking for his brother.
At the church?
Yeah, there'd been reports of, pretty brutal firefight up there. He'd heard his brother might have been caught up in it.
Sure, but... And I'm not quite clear on this. Was his brother still alive?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think he knew either. Seems like he was on his way to find out.
So, his brother, he was in the army?
Yes and no. It's complicated. You gotta remember it was pretty chaotic back then.
Of course. Okay, let's back up a bit.
Sure.
What complicated the situation?
Just the history of it all. His brother had been a recruit in the Alta's Armed Forces, boot camp, basic training, Well, this is back when NATO was still keeping the peace. But after U.S. forces pulled out, apparently he deserted.
Do you know why?
No, I know they argued a lot about it.
Hello? Kate speaking.
Hey, sorry about that.
All right, Mac. Got your stuff all laid out here.
Hold on just a sec, Kate. I need to get set up.
Take your time.
All right, then. You got everything? Detector working? You remember how to switch it on, right?
Sorry, I forgot to mention, the demining toolkit, totally forgot to pack it up this morning.
That's no big deal. We're just locating the mines for now. Just keep me posted.
Are you free to talk, Nathan?
Sure. For now, I'm just sweeping the road for mines, getting a lay of the land, The detector lets us see what we're dealing with here. I can work and chat.
Question. What happens when you do find a landmine?
Ordinarily, we disarm it, but today, small oversight, we haven't got all our gear right now.
Oh, it's on the way, I hope.
Yeah, it's all good.
So, since the war's now over, has your own role changed at all?
Yeah, I guess so. Now I'm almost entirely focused on EOD and UXO.
And that's something you did in the military too?
Yeah, that's the thing about mines. War or not, win, lose, they don't go away.
How many minefields are you facing in Arctic?
That we know of, 22. 23 including whatever's here. Plus you've got Stratus, another 4 over there, I think.
I see. And can you estimate roughly how long it would take to remove them all?
A lot of variables, but cleanup operation of this size, if it's only IDAP, we're talking years.
Do you ever get nervous?
Yeah, but not when I'm working. It hits you after or before. Andy, I'm at the barricade.
Cool. And the road?
Yeah, it's what we thought. Dozen or so APs, nothing the old Bobcat can't handle. from where our camp used to be.
Anything left?
Not much. Few memories, maybe. Just some old boxes here and there.
IDAPs.
Yeah. It was NATO that helped bring them in. Actually, it was one hell of a supply drop.
So, the supply drop, this was when exactly?
Right around the time we saw the ceasefire starting to break down. Must be more than a year ago now.
So, at that time, your camp was in the center of town?
Yeah, things were getting pretty desperate, though. I remember we hadn't been resupplied in months. No food, water, medicine. We were used to issues with logistics, but I don't know, in the end it got so bad U.S. forces prepared an airdrop. Not an easy task considering, but those crates, they really were life and death. That's why we needed somebody on the ground. Someone to make sure they came down okay.
And who was that?
A guy named Adams, part of the NATO peacekeeping force. Close friend of mine, actually. It was his job to locate a drop zone.
In the mountains?
Mm-hmm. Needless to say, High Command always had ideas, but they weren't always good. Plus, no one had planned for those crosswinds flaring up. But our supplies were already in the air.
He made a spur-of-the-moment decision?
Pretty much, yeah. Although he described it with more, direct language.
Tell me more about your friend. He was your liaison, right?
Right. But Adams and I had a history. We
You mentioned something about the breakdown of peace talks, the situation blowing up. What happened there, from your perspective?
Well, for one thing, the change in the peacekeeping mandate came out of the blue. We heard the pressure came down the pipe from CSAT. They had the leverage.
You mean it was in their interest to kick NATO off the mainland?
Maybe. Certainly the government had become frustrated with NATO and vice versa.
I suppose they blame NATO for their, more sympathetic approach.
Hearts and minds, Adams used to tell me. But the others said they just didn't have the guts for it. Couldn't do what needed to be done.
doing there, all the way up in the mountains?
The town, Oreo Castle. Marked his position for the pilot. The medical items, you can imagine how pleased we were to see those arrive.
So they landed safely?
Yeah, they were fine.
Running low on ammo. Running low on ammo. I'm out. Out of ammo.
As I recall, the bottles of purified water were fine. We'd been waiting on those for weeks.
Надо укарабкаться. Начиние жахнуть.
Thankfully, the rice seemed okay. The medical items, you can imagine how pleased we were to see those arrive.
So they landed safely.
Yeah, they were fine.
She's not me. Something out. There's a couple were sitting in the food on the boats. This woman sticks her head around the car. I looked at her and she said, "Who is that?" And she said, "Auntie." And she, "No, you're no auntie. I've never called Jack, you know." And I said, "Oh, it's Jackie. All right, Jackie." No, I'll get a photograph with me and everything. Yeah. Don't think so. Doesn't say on there. Right. Yeah. No, I said that, but I said, just a bit ranky, right? I said, you're not light on the face, you know, like the face a lot narrower, you know. And you're not supposed to say that, she said. I just said you got heavy, you know. Yeah.
Running low on ammo.
Yeah, must be, yeah. But that's it, no, that's all back on those quiet. Right. That's what I was yeah. Oh, I did the races, yeah. No, we've not now. That's what average time, yeah. We're very off the way as well. So you want to go for them beats or there and that's just the goal. He's only now Wednesday now again. They don't open the day. And I just, it's going to be packed. You know, every day's going to be packed on Wednesday. So these will go over to local places. Okay. And go over there today. You know, nice.
Running low on ammo. Out of ammo.
Grand, all good. Yeah. All delighted, yeah. Right. It's getting cold and I think in the windy and stuff. Yeah, I think it's worse over with used than over this way, I think, from what I was reading. And wind-wise, I think used is pretty good. I think we're just getting cold. I think used are getting more wind than that when they go out and snow. But so we'll see what comes. O'Brien. Yeah. I like O'Brien, yeah. How's that? I was lovely, you know, I enjoyed the 2 days and I was lovely.
I've got a visual. Car. 100 meters front.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, that's me. No, as we would have to be us for this year, you know, because we don't do that. And there's none of us enjoy it, you know, New Year's Eve, so that's us kind of finished up, you know. You know, there's nothing, you know, everything to do is just talking.
I'm out!
I hate the money to do, like. You know, like one of them doctors I went.
The medical items, you can imagine how pleased we were to see those arrive.
So they landed safely?
Yeah. Yeah, they were fine.
It cost me 70 quid. Come up here and see you. This isn't taxis. No, it's just, I'm not driving. It's costing me 40 not driving. I can't work. I've nothing. You know? No, that's the only reason to go. Because, like, once you pay your flights over, the rest is cheap over there, you know? And you know, not really, you know, there's nothing about us still close to the house, you know? Yeah. But still, look at, yeah, instead of sitting around here bored, just that's the only thing. You know you've good value. You know, Right. That might be on an April or something, or May, maybe you wouldn't know, you know. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was looking up there, 94, I was looking up, and kind of the best to get kind of mid-900s, mid-900s return for... I'm kind of hoping I might get back to the day anyway, you know. I've seen that we got away now and maybe go back and walk in the February, doing better work, you know, maybe not flat out. Doing it there, maybe the February, I know it's a month early, but well, overdoing the bit for me, even, you know, we might have said that, you know, other work and what you guys like as well. Yeah, well, he knows me, you know, he knows I'd rather be doing something, you know, and, you know, he has worked with that, and probably didn't always show it, so it's I just have to put the next Friday evening. Yeah. Oh, she did, yeah.
Man, 100 meters right.
No, she's wet. Oh, she doesn't know who she was like. No, I didn't see that.
Contact.
No,
Soldier. 75 meters front.
No, it's mostly on her own. But it was just happened that well, she spotted me because we were sitting in the wee boot. And that boat there was like boots in it, you know. I mean, we were sitting in the boot, there was 5 or 6, we were sitting in the boot, well, she stopped me in there. Oh, one of the doctors, the doctor was saying that again. I don't know what he told me, he says, you can't drive, you know, I says, I'm not driving. Oh, but you can't drive. I said, you know, it cost me 70 quid, what to see you? I says, I'm not driving. I says, no, I can't drive, I'm not driving. I don't know what he talked, you know, like, if he looked out the window, he would have seen me get that taxi outside, you know. Yeah. That was the. Yeah. No, that was the stroke, man. You know, and like as far as he was concerned, it was alright. Like I hadn't had a stroke, there was no sort of stroke, it wasn't that to do with that end of it, you know. So there wasn't any shit at all there, you know. That's it. No, so I'm going to see my man Friday. We're up on Friday. No, I won't mind getting back in the February or something. Yeah, start the back into it, you know. Yeah, and see, we definitely in the summer, you know, if you're into the summer now, at least you can do stuff outside and you can, you know, move around the thing, but, you know. Alright, they go there today, that's how it's happening.
100 meters front.
No, it's just a canal. It's just a canal.
The guerrillas attacked.
Yeah, from what I heard, it was pretty intense. I don't have the numbers, but maybe 6 or 7 were killed.
Right. I never know. So that right today is all funny. But we were away. We were out there having a fight. That's what we're talking about. But that's what I was saying that man. You know, say it was away January or something. At least when you come back there, we would have to stretch as well. You know, when you get January, everybody is not too bad. What is that, yeah? That's it. No, that's all good. Right. No, just when you're around halfway, just sit at the beach hotel up for the lovely stairs, It was as funny, we went into Keys, and the Keys is the only hotel that has nice steak, you know. The forwards were the South Valley, we went in and they had these lunch menus, and it was all your turkey, roast fish, you know, the normal kind of 5, 6 options for main courses, a couple of starters, and we were sitting there, you know, really reasonable, Keys is for steak. And we waitress came over and take her order.
need ammo.
Oh, it was just funny. See, the service in the hotel was shocking. Oh, terrible. They were slow. Jeez, they're terrible slow. You know, the shop. We were on laughing about the service. I was on Harry. We was training up in Harry's place. But his staff, so the younger staff, they were never useless.
I need ammo.
And he's lucky enough. They only really have the younger staff to the more the normal staff don't eat. The place is good. That's why I was happy to do. The service is shocking. The service is terrible. I use no flavour in this. I can't really complain a lot about the service. But I was glad.
Out of ammo.
But it's a coffee shop, yeah, a coffee shop. They do basics, they do breakfast, and they do breakfast, and they do like a lot of sandwichy type things. Soup and sandwiches more or less, you know, they don't do any hot food or every day is soup and sandwiches. The food won't be bad, but you know. And they do good quality stuff. Does well, yeah, it's a busy place, you know. But he would have managed restaurant. He spent his both of his working life in managing restaurants and bars up in Belfast and that. So that's what he would have done his part of things to be, you know. So he'd always be watching. You'd see him watching the service and watching all this crack and toast. The way it's toastable.
I need ammo.
I did. I had a wee piece, yeah. Lovely. I did. Yeah, no, I did it not last night, the night before. I said I'd start on one side and go over and start, instead of cutting it in half, I just started on one side, so I go into a big bit and then start filling it again. So I just took that big icing end off it. It was lovely. No, not yet. Not yet. No, but that was sliced in there. Something said, right? Yeah. No, there's no fun. Bad habit, I thought. Yeah. Just want to taste, just to know what they're missing. Right. Yeah, baby. No water. Right. Alright. Okay. Cheers. Blah.
Running low on ammo.
As I recall, the bottles of purified water were fine. We'd been waiting on those for weeks. Otherwise, seemed okay. It wasn't uncommon for the sacks of grain to split on impact, but that time, we got lucky. He didn't lose a single one. Back at camp, of course, we'd heard all the gunfire, but that flare, when we spotted it, I don't know, felt like finding a moment of hope or something.
Sure. I can only imagine. And thanks for sharing. It puts a human perspective on my work. Speaking of which, your friend, do you think he'd be willing to contribute further? Even, off the record. What with the topic of my article, having an expert, an instructor on the laws of war.
Look, I'm sorry. I know he'd help out however he could, but listen, he died on Stratus. Year and a bit later. Landmine.
Mac, heads up. Bobcat's on the move.
That's fine, thanks, Andy. Okay, bear with me. It's gonna get a little noisy.
Take your time. Just let me know when you can talk.
Okay, road's safe now. Bring the van on up.
Will do. Also, Mac, the NATO guys, they've kicked in all the doors. You're free to search inside the buildings now.
Got it. At least I can get out of the fucking rain. I'll come find you in a bit.
Have fun reminiscing.
well do you remember the tower?
You mean before it was destroyed? Vividly. I got a UXO here dug right into the wall.
Shit. You'll need the toolkit for that job. I'll get on the horn to dispatch, see what's taking them so long.
I'll come back later. Andy,
Yep. What's up?
what's the deal with the church? Can we get in or what?
Sorry, Mac. No dice. NATO's got first dibs. They're bringing their boys home. Bag and tag. Best leave them to it.
I'll come back later. Morning. You been in?
You kidding me? I ain't going in there, man. That shit's all yours.
Where are you now?
Who, me? I'm exploring.
I can hear an echo.
Yeah, I'm in what used to be the mayor's place, actually. At least...
Tell me more about Staff Sergeant Adams. You met him on a previous deployment. That must have been in Generous, right?
No, actually, this was after I'd left the military. Previous deployment with IDAP. Pakistan. It must have been... God, 15 years ago? I think. Feels like another lifetime. The people here, they didn't have much love for their army.
Why do you think that is?
History, I guess. This place never supported the military takeover, the Kavala coup and all that. Plus, stationing troops in the town, nobody believed the government's spin about training. They were seen as an occupying force there to keep a lid on things. I got a leaflet here. The army must have scattered thousands of these.
Propaganda.
Something like that. This one says, there's still time to surrender. Maybe a bad choice of words considering.
Time to surrender. What's the context here?
This was last year, September. These leaflets, they were dropped maybe a day before the fighting began. You see, the guerrillas there, they'd found themselves a new leader. Charismatic, ex-military. For him, this was no time to surrender. Far from it. In fact, he used that time to rally his people. Encourage them to resist, build defenses. Meanwhile, the army was setting up for a major offensive. The attack on Oreo Castro, it was no secret. Of course, after the leaflet dropped, IDAP started to pull out of the town. So the little I do know, well, that brings us back to the brother. The one who disappeared. His name was Alexis. He volunteered to build a barricade. Town was his home, after all.
So, these leaflets, they were a warning to the town.
Yeah, they confirmed the offensive.
The government was concerned about civilian casualties.
Don't sound too surprised.
So, NATO's message, do you think it was getting through? I mean, according to the laws of armed conflict, that's the principle of precaution, right?
Sure, maybe. Or maybe they were just sick of all the extra paperwork. Alexis lived in a workshop. During the attack, he let his comrades set up a position there.
He put his home right in the line of fire. Quite a sacrifice. If I understand it, you know about what happened through the brother. Alexis, was it? Did you meet him?
Not directly, but, it's a small town, right? People knew Alexis. After what happened here, I talked to the locals. Found out what I could. The rest of what I know is pieced together from the commission report itself.
Actually, that incident report, the evidence you submitted, that's partly why I asked for the interview. I want to gain a human perspective.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, for a humanitarian commission, those reports tend to be,
A little detached, yes.
By that point, the guerrillas were short on vehicles, damaged, destroyed, or otherwise. They had to improvise.
Did things become unsafe in the center of town?
Well, I'm not sure it was ever completely safe. Even before things escalated, we were concerned about being accidentally targeted. And to be honest, it didn't matter where we were. That always remained a concern. Alexis knew the town well, of course.
So, just to clarify, in your email you said you served as a combat engineer, the Marine Corps?
That's right. South Zagoria, generous.
Then it's fair to say you're no stranger to the subject of my article, the laws of armed conflict.
I've seen a few things, heard stories. It's rarely been, clear-cut, right and wrong.
Oh, absolutely. That's why it's so important to gain your perspective. You've seen things from both sides. I mean, now as an NGO, too.
Sure, yeah. guerrillas hoped to block the road by jamming it with vehicles. As for the vehicles in the barricade, the commission actually linked the plates to a number of locals. Of course, several were still missing after the incident, so the investigation made some assumptions.
Frequent. Well, I'd at all concerned about that.
Oh, yeah. Any kind of disaster relief on top of what we were dealing with, it would have just about finished us off.
Alexis built the barricade, what then? Did he stay inside the town?
No, that's where the story gets more complicated. The barricade itself was later chained up and set on fire by someone else. I don't know quite who. Alexis, he headed west to lay mines. Anti-tank mines were already in the ground. If there's no pull fuse, and so long as they've not been stacked, they aren't too hard to remove. But Alexis, although he didn't use anti-handling devices, he did create a hybrid minefield.
AT mines. Mixed with AP?
That's it, yeah. He put anti-personnel mines around the anti-tank ones, made clearance all that much harder.
These mines, how did they get hold of them?
They got them when the government's outposts fell into guerrilla hands. Bounding mines. A type that leaps up a meter into the air before exploding. Nasty stuff. Hell, nowadays they're even made with plastic casing to throw off older types of mine detector.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, just do yourself a favor. Don't look up Bouncing Betty injuries online. It was important for Alexis to place his mines near the anti-tank ones. Thinking about it, even if we had a record of where Alexis's mines were, it may not do much good.
No? I thought minefield maps were a key part of your work.
They got them when the government's outposts fell into guerrilla hands. Bounding mines. A type that leaps up a meter into the air before exploding. Nasty stuff. Hell, nowadays they're even made with plastic casing to throw off older types of mine detector.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, just do yourself a favor. Don't look up Bouncing Betty injuries online. It was important for Alexis to place his mines near the anti-tank ones. Thinking about it, even if we had a record of where Alexis's mines were, it may not do much good.
No? I thought minefield maps were a key part of your work.
Most folks don't realize, but landmines, they don't stay put. Heavy rain, landslides, keeping the map current ain't so simple. And with all the earthquakes in this region, there's little chance they'd all be in the same place. I don't know. Maybe just gallows humor, but we've got an expression for that. Landmines have legs.
And did he? Place them correctly, I mean.
No, not really. I mean, Alexis had basic training, but I'm more impressed he didn't blow himself up, really.
So, moving on. Where did Alexis go next?
He took a quad bike up to the castle behind the town.
Stop me if this is a delicate topic, but I'd like to press you for more information on the executions.
No, I mean, you're investigating war crimes. I'll tell you what I can.
Okay. How many were killed?
9.
And, in your opinion, what did this violence achieve?
Nothing. All that, I don't know if it served any purpose.
castle? Why?
He was needed at the guerrillas' base camp.
Okay. His group are running things from up at the castle.
Mm-hmm. And I see what you're getting at. Yeah, Geneva Convention's cultural objects, I think. Would have made a record. It's his home, after all. But do we have access to that information? No. And that's the problem. Things, information, people, landmines, they get lost in the fog of war. But that's the thing about landmines. Lost or not, they stick around. They wait to be found.
Do you feel these preparations made a difference?
In the short term, I do, yeah. The barricade held. The government's tanks were knocked out on the road.
And in the long term?
I'd go on, but as you may have heard, it's getting kind of loud here.
By the sounds of it, you've got your hands full.
This will only take a minute. Be right back.
Bet you wish we had one of those in Texas. Oh, by the way, while you were busy chatting to, well, whoever that is that isn't your wife.
I told you, Andy, she's a journalist. Get to the point.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I assembled the demining drones.
Both of them?
Well, yeah. They're by the van.
All right, got the terminal.
Cool. So just connect it to a drone and, yeah, take control.
You got it?
Looking good.
So, you're gonna want to use the auto hover mode. Switch it on whenever you need to stay in one place.
Auto hunting, right.
I'll arm the explosives once you've reached the minefield.
Oh!
Heads up. Enabling charges. Okay, now. The bombs. You've only got 4. Release one and it'll drop straight down. Simple physics. If you run out, fly over to the van. There's plenty spare.
Thanks. Making things go boom, you know it. Charges pack quite a punch. What's in them?
500 grams of Crovex water gel, baby. back on over to the van. I'll rearm you. Safety's on.
Understood.
There you are. Set it down where you started, over by those white containers.
Question. How can I see if I've gotten all the mines?
Your drone's got a dedicated sensor. Get close enough, and it'll detect any nearby explosives.
Gonna need another resupply.
No problem, Mac. Same deal. How big is this minefield?
All 11 is 10.
Sure thing, Franny Mac. Anyway, you know the drill. Send it back for resupply.
What the fuck was that?
Relax, relax. It sounds like it came from the other side of town. You want me to take a look?
No, stay put. I'll go. Yeah, collapsed building, UXO, I bet. Skittish things at the best of times.
Disturbed by your demining activity?
Could be. That's what makes them so damn dangerous. Hello. How'd you get here?
Another find?
Mm-hmm. A laser designator. Kind of thing special forces would use to call in an airstrike.
Oh, interesting. Actually, the airstrike on the town, the details of that are fuzzy. Do you happen to remember it well? The airstrike, I mean.
Yeah. October 13th. Cluster bomb. Town was shook up pretty bad. The army just wasn't able to capture the place. And Colonel Arcanteros, he did not tolerate failure. So he asked foreign powers to intervene. Come in, break the guerrillas' resolve.
Right. And the evidence in the commission report, doesn't it point to CSAT?
Yeah. But truth can be the first casualty of war.
Sure, but didn't somebody witness them in action?
From a distance, yeah. Though he wasn't exactly what you'd call reliable. Guy was a goat herd. Barely spoke any English.
That was not in the report I read.
It never is. Still, he did say they came down by parachute, and that at least was corroborated by multiple sources.
دشمن داریم. سلاح ایسا 600 متر سمت 285.
These operatives, then? They moved in on the castle?
Yeah. Must have been a fire team at least.
Nie.
The man who claimed to have seen all of this, is there anything else you can tell me about him?
Not much. Like I say, simple goat herd. Lived alone. Small stone shed just north of the castle.
Okay, let's get back to CSAT. What were they doing there, on Altis, at this time?
They were an embedded training team, ETT. Officially, they were just there to oversee counterinsurgency operations.
And unofficially?
Anyone's guess. A lot of different rumors. Black sites, car bombs, false flags.
5 متر جلوتر. درگیری شد. درگیری مسلسلچی هدفگیری شد. درگیری مسلسلچی هدف مشخص.
The guerrillas were taken out one by one.
درگیری تیرانداز.
Panic radio. Shots fired.
آماده شلیکم.
مجروح شدم.
درگیری مسلسلچی 100 متر سمت راست ما. هدفگیری شد.
درگیری 700.
These operatives, then? They moved in on the castle?
Yeah. Must have been a fire team at least.
The man who claimed to have seen all this, is there anything else you can tell me about him?
Not much. Like I say, simple goat herd. Lived alone, small stone shed just north of the castle.
Okay, let's get back to Caesar. What were they doing there, on Altis, at this time?
They were an embedded training team, ETT. Officially, they were just there to oversee counterinsurgency operations.
And unofficially?
Anyone's guess. A lot of different rumors. Black sites, car bombs, false flags.
درگیری خمپاره 100 متر در جلو. درگیری مسلسلچی 75 متر جلوتر.
When things kicked off, there was a short burst of panic radio chatter.
درگیری تیرانداز 75 متر در جلو.
درگیری پیاده نظام. Solo. هدف مشخص. درگیری. 75 متر. جلوتر. هدف مشخص. هدف مشخص.
We got a man down.
Okay, better.
We got a man down. Respect, 75 meters. Right.
هدف را می.
We got a man down.
آماده شلیکم.
Cover me, reloading. Hostile down.
آماده شلیکم.
On the move. We got a man down.
هدف گیری شد.
I'm covering. Go. Contact.
درگیری. سرباز.
His head.
برو من پوشش میدم.
Back up. 75 meters. Right up ahead.
اوکی بزن بری.
Then, silence. If we're to believe the goat herd, they then set up a position on the battlements, moved to a vantage point on the castle's outer wall.
Я так и понял. Пошли. Ну, пришли.
Okay, according to my notes, several targets were identified from the bomb, presumably by these special forces at the castle. Once they had a handle on what was what, they called it in. A jet approached from the east and dropped a single bomb. The positions in the town were then destroyed, but the church and IDAP's camps were left untouched. Does that match up with events as they were given to you?
Yeah, though to manage a guided strike like that, they must have had thermal imaging.
حرکت میبینم. مسلسلچی نیم کیلومتر جنوب غرب. درگیری. نارنجک انداز ایستا. نیم کیلومتر سمت 210. میبینم. مسلسل چی؟ 600 متر جنوب غرب. درخواست حمله هوایی به موقعیت فرستاده شد. تمام.
Це я бачив.
І розвернулася чоловік.
Do you know why the government signed off on such a heavy-handed response? A cluster bomb just rather indiscriminate, even because they've guided.
Sure, I mean, with a designator, you just switch it on, aim it at, well, whatever. The idea is that you remain in place, keep the laser on target. But even if it's done perfectly, a lot of uncontrolled variables. One of our doctors was out on the front line with medical supplies.
Wait, he wasn't at the church?
No, he was out in the open.
Yeah. No, yesterday some car come here and do circle, turn and go out. And today, maybe somebody come to you?
Oh, yeah, that's today.
No, just now, when I was upstairs.
Fucking hell, see.
Просто çok собі розвертався, що треба зробити.
If they'd missed their targets, that would have been a catastrophe. That simply could not happen.
Щось неймовірне. Я дуже так хочу.
Ты целый